What's going on, trainers? TaeganAdventures here. So, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Those games were announced yesterday during Pokemon Direct. Some of you might be feeling pretty hyped about it. Some of you, the hype may have settled a bit, but nonetheless, Pokemon Sword and Shield are the new Generation 8 games coming on the Switch in 2019. Some of you may have your own opinions, but to me, these graphics look amazing. The visuals, the aesthetics of Generation 8 have been great so far, from what I've seen from this trailer. I know the footage is not final, but this is probably what we can expect for Generation 8 as well as the Switch titles to come. Today I will be discussing with you the top 5 things I want to see in Generation 8, particularly Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield today. So strap in and let's get it the list. Number 1, Pokemon following you. So I know this feature has been implemented in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. It was first shown off all the way back in Generation 4 with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, having the Pokemon following mechanic. It just made the game more fun, more immersive. You could actually see your Pokemon journeying with you. Pokemon are more than just your pets. They're your friends, they're your companions. They're the ones who see you throughout your entire Pokemon journey and your career as a trainer as well. Especially with these HD graphics, Gamefreak are really bringing the game to life. So Pokemon following you will definitely make Gen 8 a more enjoyable experience, like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Basically makes your adventure come to life and be more energetic and lively as you see your Pokemon interact with you in the overworld. Number 2. The DexNav. The DexNav is a running feature in the Hoenn games, whether it is the original Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald or the remakes, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. The DexNav allows us to sneak up on any Pokemon from behind, in front, slowly, and it allows us to discover secret moves on certain Pokemon that normally you would not find in the overworld just by catching. For example, if you DexNav on a Machop, it actually has the potential to give you Ice Punch, which is normally an egg move, meaning you have to breed for Ice Punch on a Machop. But with the DexNav, you don't have to breed Ice Punch on a Machop. You can just catch Machop with Ice Punch right off the bat. Well, I know this is a recurring feature in the Hoenn games, but I feel like it needs to make a return sometime during Generation 8, especially in the Pokemon Sword and Shield trailer where it shows the female character sneaking up on some Pokemon from behind, it looks like, before the wild encounter starts. I will try to include a screenshot if I do not get copyright strike. Most likely you would have already seen Pokemon Direct, so you would know what I'm talking about already. So yeah, the DexNav needs a much needed return for us to not only get these Pokemon more easily, but also brings in the surprise factor because certain Pokemon not from the native region might still show up on the DexNav, like Whimsicott appearing in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. So definitely a feature that is much needed in Generation 8 in my opinion. Number 3. Enhanced battle mechanics. For me, as a veteran Smogon and VGC player, I have been in the competitive scene for quite some time, so when I play against AI like in the main series games, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, I often find playing against AI a bit off-putting, especially since I've been playing against physical, real people online for about 2 years. I'm personally more used to battling real people than machines. So yeah, definitely something to think about in Generation 8, but it still doesn't change the fact that in Generation 8, we are still battling against a machine, artificial intelligence. What I do hope Gamefreak implement is more competitive battling mechanics, so a better way to battle against our friends. That brings me to number 4. A player search system. People have been complaining about how Festival Plaza has been ruining the online player search system, and personally I find that to be pretty relatable. I mean, I don't regularly host Wi-Fi battles on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but I have experienced a online battle before in the Festival Plaza, and trust me, it is pretty annoying if you have not played a Gen 7 game before. That means player search system has to return from ORAS. The player search system, if you don't already know, allows you to search a particular player online, whether it be your friend or a stranger that you have not met before, or maybe someone from another country even. So the player search system allows you to access anyone who plays the same game as you, Sword, Shield, Pokemon Shield, and allows you to challenge them to a battle, allows you to have a chat with them. Yeah, it allows you to interact with lots of different people online, interact with your fellow trainers. So definitely the player search system has to return. Okay, I think I want to just go on a side tangent here to talk about the gym battles in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. There was this one part of the trailer for Pokemon Sword and Shield that showed a football stadium which kind of doubled up as a gym of sorts, and there were actual audience members cheering in the audience. I did watch a video by Lost in the Noggin. He made a very fantastic speculation that maybe the audience could cheer your Pokemon or the opponent's Pokemon. Basically, kind of make the field, the battle, come alive. I realize that's a recurring theme among many Pokemon fans, like Trainer Tips, like Pokemon Master Holly, even myself. I really want the Pokemon world to come alive and not just be confined in our consoles on our Switch. Potentially, the crowd cheering on my Pokemon or maybe the opponent's Pokemon can buff their stats or decrease their stats. Like if their opponent, the audience goes offense, offense, well, my Pokemon will buff its own stats like offense and so on. Just makes the game so alive and pretty immersive in my opinion. The fifth and final thing I would like to see in Pokemon Sword and Shield would be a better storyline. So this has been a thing since Generation 5. Generation 5, we have had really good storylines. Generation 6, somewhat. Generation 7, definitely. Really flush character development. If you take a look at Black and White, you'll realize the characters are pretty well thought out, especially Hugh, the rival of Black and White 2. And if you take a look at Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, the Aether family, Lily, Lusamine, and Gladion, they were all really complex characters, much thought. I can see a lot of thought has been put into the development of the characters in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Uzma, in fact, he is quite a complex character as well. I suggest you watch my Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon playthrough if you want to see the character development for each one of the characters, but overall, I find the characters to be pretty well built, apart from the Ultra Recon squad. I think more could have been done with the Ultra Recon squad, but nonetheless, character development and better storylines are what I want to see in the future Pokemon releases, including Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Especially for a UK-based region, a European setting, Generation 8 needs to focus more on their lore building, their storyline. Pokemon Sword and Shield definitely need to step up their game in terms of storyline, and hopefully the storyline and character development can be so flushed out, so flawless, it surpasses Generation 7 in so many different levels. And with that, this brings me to the end of my video today. So I hope you've enjoyed me sharing my 2 cents about what I hope for Pokemon Sword and Shield within the first 24 hours of release. I'm really looking forward to see your opinions in the comments, so feel free to leave your ideas in the comments below. Tell me what you want to be featured in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield, any new features, any returning features, all up to your own imagination. Just drop them down in the comments. So anyway, this is all from me today. I'll be signing off right now. This has been TaeganAdventures. See you soon.